What's good, YouTube? Your boy 21 here. Today I'm bringing you guys another episode of the Beating series. YCS, well, not YCS, but WTQ Europe was this past weekend. Congrats to all the players who won. And Ultra Reality Game Circuit Series Philadelphia was this weekend. And Dragonsworn, as I predicted, was heavily represented at both of those events. So on today's episode of the Beating series, I'm going to talk about how to properly beat Dragonsworn because I got a feeling a lot of players are going to be scared to beat the deck, and really the deck really ain't that hard to beat. I'm going to start off by saying if you're already an Evil Swarm player, you should have no problem against Dragonsworn because you know Ovion is a thing and it pretty much shuts the whole damn deck off. From the Synchro plays to the JD plays to the Dragon plays. But if you're not an Evil Swarm player like myself, I play gadgets and you play Gear Gears or something like that, something else like that of that nature, I have a bunch of cards that will help you in that matchup. Some are obvious, some might not be obvious, but I'm going to talk about how I play the cards personally and why you should running. Start off by saying if you're not main decking it for like an anti-meta side deck and the card is Dino. For you guys I already know, Dino says near play special summon monsters. Very potent effect against Dragonsworn, which is basically the whole deck revolves around spamming out big high level monsters from the graveyard and the hand via JD. His second effect is when he's flipped face up, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. So he's really versatile against that matchup because if you go second and your opponent already has a field of monsters, you could just set them, and the average player is not going to think, okay, that's a Fostana, because for one, Fostana has played out of favor. They might think it's a hand and might just go, they're not going to blow up their field with JD, so they might just go for the push, take the damage from the hand, and just run over your field. Or if you're playing a deck like me and Gadgets, they might think it's a 10 goldfish and run you over, and then you hit them with a surprise Foster Dino, which can blow their field up. And if you rip the second Dino, you pretty much got game. Now, if you're not a fan of Foster Dino, you could also run the counterpart card of Foster Dino, which is Vanity's Emptiness. I personally run Vanity's Emptiness in my main deck because I feel like every deck in the format, in some way, shape, or form, special summons. And it was a choice between Vanity's Emptiness and Max C. And since Vanity's Emptiness is a trap card that completely locks out games, from my experience recently going to regionals, two regionals and locals, this single Vanity Emptiness have won me plenty of games against every Lightsworn / Dragon Ruler deck I've played. Now, granted, I haven't played against the Needlebugs in this version, but I'm pretty sure the same results will be. I mean, you flip this at the right time, it's pretty much a game over. Now, going to game 2 and 3, they will cite decrees, but if you have your 3 MSTs main deck, and if you can spam out rank 4s like me, or rank 7s if you're playing Dragons, you can pop the decree via Draco Sack, and you can pop the decree via Chaining MST. So, yeah. Next up, is a trap card in the format, which was Trap Trips, Trap Hold Nightmare for you guys that can't see it. Sorry for the glare and sorry for me recording in my room. I try to stay away from recording in my room because I have got some complaints in the past about recording here, but I wanted to bring you guys this video because I didn't want to wait tomorrow to bring you guys a video. And for two, the scenery ain't that bad compared to from what some other YouTubers I've seen. But anyway, enough of me talking about it. Trap Trap Hold Nightmare. For you guys that don't know what it does, it basically reads where your opponent controls the monster that was special summon this turn, activates the effect. They get the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. So they special summon JD, activate JD effect, you blow JD up with this. They activate Lumina, bring back Lila, try to blow a back row to make a big push. Lila activates effect, you destroy. So I like running this main deck because it's searchable via Trap Tricks Mermelio, and it's an instant out to JD. So if you run like 2 of these, you're bottomless, and about 2 Trap Tricks Mermelios, that's technically 5 cards you can open up with in your opening hand that's going to help you against their turn 1 to turn 2 JD. Now, granted, they might have more than one JD, but getting rid of one JD is better than getting rid of none. And stopping lineup plays is very important. So having these main deck as a 1 of or even as a 2 of with Vermelio is very good because you can stop the JDs and you can stop their Lila pushes to protect your other important back row like Phoenix Chain, your face down Vanity's Infinite, and anything like that. So yeah, the obvious Light Imprisoned Mirror because negate all light monsters on the field and in graveyard. So JD hits the field, he can't use effect. Lila can't get her effect. Luna can't get her effect. It doesn't really get any more better than that. Now, in the new build, they might just synchro into Black Rose and blow your shit up, but if you're going to be running back row like me, you should have at least a Phoenix Chain or a Breakthrough skill to counter the Black Rose. If you don't, tough cookie because you're not going to always draw the most optimal hand to beat the Lightsworn player. And last but not least, Soul Drain because it's just off all their Necro Gardener plays, it shuts off their Wolf plays, and it shuts off the Dragon Rule plays, so they can't put some shit in. Now, granted, all these cards are pretty much obvious for, in my opinion, for the Lightsworn matchup, but they're all very effective and they're most effective cards for that matchup going into this Nationals, which is like 2 weeks from now. So I wanted to give you guys a good refresher on what I'm doing for Lightsworns and why I'm not really worried about it because I honestly don't play Fossil Dino, but I do main the Vanity's Infinite and I side the Light Mirrors and I main the Tractor Typhoid Nightmare, so I'm pretty much covered for a matchup. And going into game two, they better hit the damn decree and hope they don't mill it, or they're gonna lose. And that's pretty much how I see it. So think you guys should have the same mentality because the deck is still luck based. They're not always gonna hit their resources, and they might mill off their resources. So, and by resources I mean their trap cards. So with all that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs it up, rate, comment, subscribe. This is Yobo21 and I'm out. Deuces, have a good day. Also, comment section down below. Tell me guys how you plan on beating Lightsworn. Tell me guys how many of you all are playing Lightsworns and what's a good way to beat it if you want to give out those secrets. All right. Well, Yobo21 and I'm out. Deuces, rate, comment, subscribe.